Scott.
I would.
That give a little, because more like people. I don't know.
My name was I was a Scottish unicorn.
Wait, what?
Scottish unicorn.
That was your name?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because
you,
a unicorn.
do you play video games?
Hmm?
You guys ready?
Yeah, we're ready whenever.
No, give us 20 seconds. Yeah, I play video games. I cook.
You can start whenever.
The reason it was a unicorn is because that was this national animal of Scotland. Is a unicorn.
So like when you're playing like Call of Duty, they're like, "Oh my God, it's a Scottish unicorn."
Yeah. Okay, we're ready.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So we're live. No one's here.
Happy Wednesday.
Dan Legger here with the Scottish unicorn.
Oh, yes. So, otherwise known as Callum.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
That is my other life.
Sorry, we're joking about that before.
Twitch,
but,
though, nothing weird.
Yes. I'm sure. Actually, people will watch this on YouTube, so I shouldn't. Yeah,
probably.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I mean, if I start live streaming again, hey, why not?
I want to have name tags. Dan, Scottish unicorn.
Yeah.
Right in front.
No anonymity now, because everybody knows who I am and what I come from.
Everyone knows you're the Scottish unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're filming out of Scotland today.
Yeah. We're flooding all the crew, all the crew, like we're some massive movie set.
Yeah, we're gonna fly the whole crew out to Scotland to film next week's episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a background of like beautiful landscapes.
Yeah. Snowy hills. Brandon's gonna come skiing in or snowboarding in with a tape.
Yeah.
Some Christmas tape, I don't know.
I know nothing about Scotland, so I was gonna pretend like we're doing horseback riding. And
cold, wet, and windy. That's what you mean, And there's not many horses. No, we don't have many horses.
I don't know why there'd be horses there, but I'm just gonna put that in my head.
Yeah, some people do. I knew somebody, she was a show jumper. And dressage, horse dancing.
Well, there's this one, a few months ago talking about you have a goat guy.
Oh yeah, I got a goat guy. Yeah. I used to work at summer camps here, and we had a farm on camp, and
you had a goat guy.
We got a goat guy.
Do you guys have a goat guy? I don't have a goat guy.
Y'all are missing out. You're not really. Goats are awful. They smell bad. Do you know? Fun fact. Since we're talking about VHS tapes, a male goat will pee on their beard to attract women.
Okay, I'm not allowed to talk about drugs on here, and you're talking about peeing on stuff like shit.
It's the goats, not me. It's the goats.
Okay, it's okay because it's a goat peeing on something.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to Rewind Wednesday, our first
Rewind Wednesday, first one, and starting off very much.
Starting off strong. Starting as we mean to go on into the future.
Yeah.
Today is we want to focus on the box types that we do, and then have some little announcements at the end of the video, along with our Q&A, our hotly anticipated Q&A.
And definitely ask questions when you think of them throughout. We will answer some, but we'll have time at the end specifically to ask questions.
Yeah.
We will be talking about the different types of box types for VHS and Beta.
VHS and Beta.
Because some people know this, and people but might not collect don't.
Yeah.
So
and as you can see from our stacks here, there is a wide variety of box type. The different studios would do. Also different time periods, it's all very dependent on that. Now the one box, we'll just get into it, because why not?
I guess why not?
We're jumping right in. The one box that everybody pretty much did was the slip sleeve. The slip sleeve is pretty, ubiquitous with VHS tapes. And
people that are brand new, what you see here, why that tape, that's a two-tone tape. The guard will be a different color.
Yep.
And this is a heavier tape. That's why you see us put the weight of the tape on the label, because they made them more commercially early on, and a lot of people collect the two-tone tapes.
Yeah, so we'll get a little zoom into that. Oh.
Look at that hand model. Scottish unicorn at it. Sorry, I'm not gonna let you go with that.
No, you're not. I should have told you. Do you know what?
I'm out of it today, so I apologize.
For so long, at previous jobs, I would not tell anybody. I'm like, no, this is my online persona.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Going for it. But next one, let's.
So kind of carrying on from slip sleeve, something that's fairly similar is the magnetic box.
Love magnetic.
Yeah, and so when we're giving all these names, like these are the names that we call them.
And you'll see them on our box. Now, some people call this the window box.
Yeah, yeah. And we found that Magnetic are the only ones that did this, so it's now the Magnetic box. Cause
yeah,
why not?
It seems like it just makes more sense to us.
And this one is slip sleeve, same, or it has a slip sleeve style, but it has a little cutout.
There you go.
There you go. I'm getting good at this.
I always love innovation early on with new medias like that. Like the box is not, it's specially made, and it looks. I love how that looks. That cutout.
Yeah.
Like it's not cheap. It's not a cheap box either. Yeah. Because I would, that's why it's not all messed up right there.
Yeah. And it in the early days, it was all about the presentation, and this is, as early as you can get from 1978. So, we're talking within a couple of years of when VHS was a thing, when people could actually purchase VHS.
Yeah, no, I just want to mention something real quick, and we'll do this, and we'll be talking about boxes, but I do want to mention how a lot of people, when you get to open box collecting, a lot of people collect with the plastic on, and you get almost a sense of a sealed tape, but, underneath that plastic, it's pretty much mint, because you don't see much rips or anything like that, so usually people pay a little bit of premium for ones with the wrap on still on. It's great to learn. If you can find some tapes with plastic that still has watermarks on and such.
Yeah.
I know when we were making our library here, that's what I was going for, and it's great. And having a library to kind of check the different variants is always fun.
Yeah, definitely. And that is the Magnetic box, and you'll see them in the early days. They did move away from it fairly quickly. Within 1 or 2 years, they moved away back to just using a normal slip sleeve because it's easier.
It's cheaper. You don't have to die cut it.
Probably. Oh yeah. It's just I think a lot of it probably did come down to cost and with the mass production. Yeah, right.
Money always, money
wins.
Money.
So the mass production of it, they moved away from that. So we'll move on to. We'll stick with these kind of standard sizes. The window box and the slip sleeve, and now this is a side loader. They all have the same profile.
Yeah.
And they all hold. These are all VHS ones. The beta ones for Magnetic were slip sleeve, and most of the time the boxes were the same. They just scaled them for a beta tape because beta tapes are smaller. But right now we'll go over all the VHS boxes, and as I said, they're pretty much similar for beta.
Most of them.
Yeah. So this is an RCA Columbia side loader. It is the Ghostbusters.
You say side loader. What does that mean?
What does that mean, Dan? Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
It loads from the side. Just like that. Just like
it's
magic.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You have to do the hand motions.
Oh yeah, more like a QVC salesman. So yeah, the side loader, super easy. The tape loads.
Side loaders are amazing, and yeah. I mean RCA Columbia mostly.
I don't think many other people did side loader. Wizard did, and it didn't really hang around for too long.
I mean, was it 83, 84? I'm not
short-lived. Only for a year in early 80s, and that's mainly RCA. And you see it when you see the RCA, you see the Ghostbusters, you see it textured, you're like, that's it. That's what I want.
And that's the thing, is like, a lot of people think of the 90s, they think of just the slip sleeve, and when you get back to the early 80s, there's a lot of different box types and innovation, which is kind of cool, and that's why there's some neat variants. And that leads us to
a gatefold. This one, again, is so unique. And again, the early days of boxes. This one opens up and then loads from the side. Like, it's just so random. Like,
it's cool though, the presentation.
It's so cool.
It's really giving people experience when they buy these expensive tapes. And early on, these things are very expensive. So presentation, you want to get your money's worth when you spend the money. So they were trying to really give you your bang for the buck.
Yeah, trying to make it worth your while. Now, Paramount, it is really common to see the early Paramount tapes in a gatefold. But also, Columbia also did gatefolds, which is super rare. They are. It's a later box, or a later box. We actually We got one in today.
Thank you, Frank.
Yes,
Frank again being awesome.
Yep, sent us a sealed one that is a gatefold, but with later watermark. Like it's an incredible box.
Yeah, I mean it's a beta, but
it's a beta.
Yeah, just to be clear.
Pretend it's a.
But I mean,
VHS
it is beautiful. I mean, I just love seeing stuff like the watermarks and such. It's just the back watermarks and
it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it is. And gatefold gave them more space to add information. So we'll see later on with like the bigger size boxes, they did put in more information there. They would put the starring cast or like the big names or maybe a summary of the. You having fun there? The summary.
Making me feel uncomfortable. No, and also down the road we might do a video of opening this up.
Yeah.
Thank you to Frank who donated to the cause, and we're gonna do unboxings once in a while of sealed tapes to show you how it looks inside and showing you how we know it's authentic. And
hopefully opening this will give us more information on the year of it. Hopefully the tape will have the year that this.
Yeah, the tape inside does matter.
Yeah. Cool. So that is gatefold. Now we move on to a full box. Full box is basically the same as. It looks the same as a gatefold. Sorry, not a gatefold. A side load. Apart from each side is glued. It is there's no way to get into it apart from taking off one of those sides. And these ones are not as common. The full box was not as out there as like you'd see the slip sleeves or whatever.
Very short periods.
Yeah, it's short lived. Again, like most of these boxes, they did not hang around for long. Because why would you glue all the sides when you could just not?
They learn from it really quickly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's you see that with packaging. They learn real quick what worked and didn't work. But
on to the next one.
Yeah.
This one's one of my favorites. It is the drawer box. The drawer box was used by CBS Fox back at the start. Kind of once they purchased everything from, or not purchased, they kind of licensed things to Magnetic. When it all became CBS Fox. Yeah, they took it back. And this one is a drawer. Skadoosh.
I love it.
Oh, and then here on the spine, like it would tell you if it was a VHS or a beta. There was that little cutout there.
And it's blue for beta.
Blue for beta and red for the VHS, and then the tape just comes out. What was that, a receipt? I think that's the receipt.
Nice.
Yeah. Bridgeport Video. Yeah. That's good.
I wonder if they're still in business.
Right? I don't know. Bridgeport Video. If you're out there, hit us up.
Hit us up. We have a receipt. We want to return it.
Yeah. I don't know if it works anymore. Would you replace it with a brand new one? That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Right. So these boxes were the same size, whether they were beta or VHS. The beta box just has an additional insert along the top here and then along this side, so that the tape fit correctly. Yeah, and that's
Thorny in my time, I think.
Yeah, onto that. Ooh, it's a clamshell. Ooh.
Yeah.
And what's kind of funny is like the clamshells, like Thorny and I did, HBO Video, kind of everybody moved or would have had a tape in a clamshell. It is more common for people to get the Thorny MIs in a clamshell.
Here's a fun thing. Think of movies from that time period. You have First Blood, you have Terminator, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yep.
Trying to think of some other big ones, but there's some great movies that came out.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful. I love. There is a, it's. I have heard the rumor of that it was a black clamshell first. I don't know about. We haven't been able to really find that to be true, but we can't say it's not true.
Yeah.
We gotta be careful about.
It's kind of similar with the Disney clamshell, the oversized Disney clamshells, where some of them are white boxes, some of them are black boxes. People say, well, if it's in a black box, it's more special, or if it's in a white box. And, with the sealed ones, we're then really authenticating the plastic on that and saying whether, that is genuine.
We let the community in time make the final decision. We'll put as much knowledge and information and facts that we can find.
Yeah.
But we don't go and put. That's why we don't put first print, because it's not for us to make an assumption. So.
And sometimes just onto that topic of first print, recently, as we mentioned last week, we've been seeing a lot of screener copies, and is that the first print?
Yeah.
Is a demo tape the first print? At what point does someone say, no, this is the first print, but then someone else says, no, my screener copy is. Like, they sent that to the award shows before they
that was a great conversation with him about. He stopped by and talked to him for a bit and getting other perspectives.
Yeah,
it is a great debate, and that's why we do mark screeners and promotional copies on the front, because sometimes they're different covers. Sometimes I mean, that's the cool thing. It's a lot of times different covers. They'll say promotional on the front, and it's really neat to see what an alternate cover could have looked like, or it did look like.
One of the first covers that they would have made, and it's like people can collect what they want to collect, and it's as we keep saying, it's up to the community to decide what they think is the first print, or first edition. That's quite a common one that we've seen with other grading services, of like first edition of 1984 for Star Wars or whatever. And that's
I hear a lot of, I heard this a lot of people mention this is the first print of this year, and I'm like, I was never a big fan of that. I mean, if you love it, all more power to you. I kind of feel like that gets into a sticky situation, because to me, there's usually one first print. I think if the first one came out, and then it gets tough. You got to look at, the rental copies. Like, is that first print?
Yeah.
Or is it the first retail copy?
Yeah.
So there's debates there. Yeah. And we let the community, obviously, if it's a rental copy, we're going to put rental copy on the front. But that's a lot of the stuff for in time the community decides.
I mean, you look at the early 1980s, it was all rentals pretty much.
Yeah.
Disney's first tapes were video rentals. You could not purchase them. So is that, first print for that? Or do we say when you can actually purchase the tape for home viewing? Or, obviously people could just keep the tape and not give it back.
I'm very tempted right now just to copy your hand motions as we
go. But is that not like a thing in...
No, I'm Italian.
What do you do with your hands?
No. I just thought I was gonna start annoying you. But let's go to the next.
Yes, clamshell. There you go. Okay, we'll do that.
Well, it's a specific the thorny in my clamshell, because there's other clamshells.
Yeah.
A lot of times we refer to that as the thorn.
There you go. Tape inside. Now, okay, I guess still on clamshells, because some of them, the tape will load on this side, and the thick side will be in the front, or they'll load opposite.
Yeah, you'll see these on this side sometimes.
Yeah, the little...
We actually have it in this. We love being honest with the community, because we want to learn more as a community. Is we haven't figured out exactly why that is, or if that's a time frame.
Yeah.
Because that's an interesting part with open box, is you get to look at these things that there is a difference, and we haven't been able to figure out why yet, and we're looking for that answer. So if you have it, reach out.
Yeah.
We love listening to logic. So
and a lot of the times people will bring something to our attention, and then we're able to go off and spend those hours trying to really pinpoint it down, and that happens a lot with, like, me and Frank are speaking constantly, and we'll just be chatting away, and something will come up, and we're both like, oh, okay, well that's more interesting, let's follow up on that.
Well, we might have a few dots, right? We might already have a few dots that we haven't been able to connect, and someone able to give us another dot that connects it all.
Yeah.
So it's we always appreciate it, and yeah.
Warner. So these are an oversized clamshell. So this is on our site. You'll see that there's different donations.
We take donations.
Donate your tips. We'll just keep them
or
in
money,
here. Or whatever works for you. So this is the oversized clamshell, and Warner Home Video used it. Disney used it. You see a lot of Disney tapes are in these oversized clamshells, and these aren't hard plastic like the Thorny MI clamshells.
Hard plastic.
Soft, much softer.
Usually sticker seal.
Yeah, would have a nice sticker seal here.
Yeah, I'll let you explain.
No, you go. So they would have it here on the spine, or they would have it on the bottom here.
Disney on the bottom, and sometimes those come loose in the plastic.
Yep.
You'll see them floating around. That is possible to happen. Not saying it's it's still leaves stuff up in the air sometimes, but it is possible those stickers come off under the plastic.
Yeah, and they just stay in there. They hang around. I've actually seen some where it looks like people have tried to either stick it back on or try and remove it, and just leave it the way it is. Yeah, you don't mess around with it. If you want it sealed and you want it to be the way it is, these things happen. Stickers might fall off.
Yep. Especially the Disney's.
Yeah, because most of them are just kind of paper stickers and
not like these void.
Yeah, you can tell. And what's interesting with these, obviously, the inside is also really cool. It has like the Warner Bros. Stamp on there, and again, these sit in, and there is the reel holder. So the tape will sit in there and sit nicely. And a lot of Warner tapes would have, this one does, alright, thankfully. The seal here, this is also something that's really interesting. This goes on the tape, and you'll see this with quite a lot of manufacturers. They'll put it across the seam of the box, or the tape housing, and that's to show if somebody has removed the reels and replaced it with something else.
Because that used to be a thing.
Back in the day, yeah, like people would rent the tape because it was way cheaper to rent the tape than it was to purchase it. They would then, and sometimes that's all you could do. Star Wars, way back at the beginning, all you could do was rent it. They would rip out the reels, put it in a new shell, and then sell that as a Star Wars.
And you get a movie that you could only spend sometimes $80-$90 for. You switch out an older, worse movie, and then you got a nice brand new copy of Star Wars.
Yeah, you just spend.
Now you're the cool kid on the neighborhood. You know, like imagine if you had so.
And that was like I would say that's a high class bootleg.
It's not even a bootleg. It's just stolen at that point.
Yeah, fair. It's just the actual movie.
Now they're not with a kid.
Yeah.
But you want to go into MGM?
Yeah. So this is the MGM big box. So you can see here we have these look fairly similar. And we'll talk about the differences. We have the MGM and the WCI. Again, both early days of.
This is huge.
Yeah, massive. So with the MGM UA big box, it has I really like these. Kind of like the drawer box. These just have a nice feel to them. These have like time and money was spent on this box, not just the tape that's inside.
They cared how it felt when you opened it.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like by the 90s everything was how cheap can you make it so you could lower get as much out here.
Exactly. So this one opens up like this, and it has all the movie information on this side, and then there's a plastic insert which is where the tape would sit. Let me show you this. Yeah. It's like it's a presentation piece.
Yeah, I mean, easily they could have made it out of the same thing as the box, but they spent the extra money to add the plastic piece.
Yeah,
and it really is very neat to see.
But there's also so much information on these boxes that really denote when this box was made, when this came out, because they re-released Poltergeist many times, and everything on the box tells you the age and tells you which one came before the other.
And that's where a label takes that information. Yeah. The front label I always look at is giving you as much information to precisely figure out what year. I mean, while we don't like to say exactly because we don't want to find out more information that changed the exact month or such, we put it all on the front label.
Exactly. And these ones were usually sealed with a Jawbone holograph or foil holographic sticker. And they're so nice. I love it. Absolutely love it.
WCI. And this is my favorite inside presentation.
Yeah.
I don't know why I love this color. Just of the time.
Yeah, and it just, again, the feel, it's like that premium feel. Like you've bought a product and here it is. Like it comes in a really nice, a big box.
Yeah, big freaking box, right?
We call this a book box because it opens like a book. There you go. And again, all the movie information on one side, they're really using all the space that they have, and the tape sits in nicely. I feel like a QVC presenter, honestly. Like I'm trying to sell you these tapes. And this could be yours for the low price of $29.99 plus shipping.
I think I spent more than that on that
Probably.
for the library, but you know what?
Not this one.
No, it's and that's those are the box types, and in time we will encapsulate every single one of them. A lot of times, like right now, we actually have the correct encapsulations in house to do them. We're just waiting for the blisters. So, and that's a process that takes anywhere from 8 to 10 weeks. We only can do one at a time, and sometimes it takes even longer to make fixes that make it better and better.
Yeah.
And
And when you head onto the website, you'll see one of the first options is box type. And if your box type option isn't there, unfortunately we can't do it right now. But in time, our plan is we'll be able to do everything and anything.
Our goal is that don't hold me to it, but by the end of the year is to have everything going. But right now, to be clear, it's the slip, VHS, slip sleeve, and the beta.
Yes.
The two that are on schedule, the next ones, I can't give you a date, but the MGM
UA and the Drawbox.
Yeah.
Are what we're going for.
So, and then following that will probably be clamshell. What was it? Thorn.
Thorn EMI and the oversized clams, I believe, are then the following ones. But when we know, you'll know. These Wednesday live streams are great for us to give you those updates in real time, and obviously the website is the most up to date.
Yeah. So, do we want to do Q&A first, or do you want to do announcement?
We'll do announcement. I can't remember. What was my announcement? I had an announcement.
The announcement is we have a guarantee.
Yes.
We have a guarantee that will appear on the website. We will have it uploaded with I think in the next few days, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's written so you have it there that the item inside your encapsulation is genuine. Most companies, if you look at, do not have a guarantee, or they just guarantee just to exist.
Yeah.
You know? And this isn't negative on the other companies, but we know that it's so important that you're trusting us with that we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're confident in what we're doing.
Yeah, so we stand by our guarantee, and I'm really excited that it is. We really look at what guarantees are out there in all of collectibles, and this is for all of it. You know,
try to have the best options out there.
Yeah,
and I had another announcement as well, but I can't remember it.
Well, I know one that the camera's about to die.
Yeah, I see that. the camera's flashing at me.
Yeah, but it's we'll fix
it. It shouldn't die because it's plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh well. If we disappear,
you know what happened.
Yeah.
I see a red thing flashing, but that doesn't mean we'll keep going until it
passes. Yeah.
But with that said, we have a guarantee. It will be on the website as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Shows our confidence in what we are doing here. So,
exactly.
If you have any questions with that, it should be up on the site. I'm guessing within the next week.
Within the next week, it will be there.
But definitely 2 weeks. I think when we have that update, we have an update coming for the website.
Yeah.
That has specific. Right now, we like doing different versions.
And,
but anyways, that's exciting and good for the community because again, we really want to push the envelope, not just in VHS but all grading companies, and a guarantee is a step in that direction. That when you pay for something, it's not you know what you're getting.
Exactly.
And it's so important that you see our logo on it on encapsulation. You have that confidence that we're willing to stand behind.
Exactly.
Any questions? Feel free to write in right now below.
There was a couple questions I was emailed, and one of them, I think we've mentioned it before, and it's about dropping off tapes in the headquarters, which we're totally up for. Just please let us know. Just let us know beforehand. The more notice you can give us, the best. And you also need to create an order online. That's important. We've had that happen where you have to put in the order beforehand, so we can't accept the tapes till we have an order number to accept them. Also, we do not meet in the actual office. We meet in the lobby because it's insurance, safety, whatever you want to say. But, security. We can't have everybody coming in here unless they're. He's a nice security guard though. Yeah, he's good. He does his wandering, which is important. So that was one of the questions, and also for beta boxes, somebody was asking about the MGM UA beta box. It has the same proportions as this, but just fits a beta tape. At the moment, we don't accept them. But one beta tape. Right? Yeah. It won't fit in the current encapsulation. Blisters that we have yet. Yeah. And that's the big thing. Yet. Yeah. No. At some point in the future.
Yeah, it's on that schedule. Is there any other questions that? I mean, I've had a lot of people reach out. A lot of great people, very positive, and I want to thank everyone who's submitted tapes. It's been so much fun to see these submissions come in. A lot of great screeners and such, and and if you have any questions about any part of the process, did we ever put up that video yet about the process?
The process? No.
Oh,
like how to order a tape?
We will always definitely. Yeah, we have some videos coming.
Yeah.
Actually, after this live stream, we're putting up videos on showing you the different boxes on YouTube, Reels,
everywhere. Everywhere you can find your content.
Yeah, it's not what we just did here. Now, this will be our live streams will be on YouTube and such, but there's videos that Brandon created to show everyone the different boxes, and that way we do our public outreach to show people that are new in the hobby the different box types. Because again, how do people collect if they don't know what they're collecting?
Right. Yeah, and I think some people would come into it just thinking that there's one type of box. You know, they've seen Disney boxes or they've seen slip sleeves, and they just think, oh well, that's all we have. But there are so many variations in the box types.
Yeah, no, and it's the perception of the '90s stuff, and you know the slip sleeve and lighter tapes and such. And that's the thing with there's so much history and like even just the progress and innovation of these tapes, and like if you feel the weight of a magnetic compared to something else, it feels special. Feels special.
And we have articles coming out in the next couple of weeks, and they will be our first one will be about magnetic, and there will be information in there that is new to the community that people haven't spent or haven't had the time to find, and everything will also be sourced. We have the source material for everything that we're saying, so that we're not just putting things in there and making it up.
I hope when you sign the article, it's the Scottish Unicorn. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I can't stop. You should have told me that like right when we started. Right. Still in my head.
That's all he's thinking about. And we have one question. I don't actually have the live stream in front of me, so if Brandon could just read the question.
Each of you, favorite tapes you've graded?
Ooh, favorite. So the question was for each of us our favorite tape that we've graded. You can go first.
Don't put
what was that? It was Point Break.
Oh, that was
this. Oh, the screener copy of Point Break.
The color, the vivid color.
Bright orange tape, and it just so eye-catching in the encapsulation. And you know, it wasn't the best grade, but just looking at it and just having it in hand, it was just a really nice tape. And yeah, I think that's probably been my favorite tape so far, but definitely not the highest graded tape so far.
No, I'm gonna go. It's funny because it's not the highest graded, but Pumping Iron, the beta that came in.
Oh man, yeah.
That was mean seeing that, and it's nothing common. It's funny because we do see a lot of Ghostbusters, Back to the Futures, Indiana Jones, all great movies. I was actually watching Indiana Jones the other night. Nice. Yeah, great movie. Yeah, trilogy. You didn't know. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
You should see it. Sean Connery.
Wow. Yeah.
Just kidding. But no, it's it really is a pleasure to see something like that in its glory, and it's. You know, and it doesn't have to be the best condition. It's really fun to see something like that, and it's sealed. I mean, that's just amazing.
Another question came in. What is the highest graded tape so far?
9.8, 5 stars.
9.8, 5 stars.
Well, we'll let them decide.
Yeah.
It's a very cool tape.
And if people ask questions about their specific tape, please forgive us if we forget. If we need to take some time to find our information.
I know we've had at least 198 5-star and 198 4.5 stars.
Yes.
That's out of 200 plus tapes.
200 plus tapes.
So like it's not a common thing to get those grades. A lot of people. Oh, something to mention off of that is one of the damages that people don't see, because some people send stuff and be like, I thought it'd get a better grade, and there'll be lip damage down the side. And usually more on the slip sleeve because what happens when the tapes press against each other, there's nowhere for the force or pressure to do than pop this on the side a little bit, so you get this lip.
This one doesn't have it, but I'll show you where you can see it. It would be just so you can see better along the edges here. So there's just the side of the box is so stiff, but the front isn't.
Yeah.
So it just pushes in and creates a lip down this side.
And when we notice, and those sometimes happen for a few inches, so there won't be any color break, but it'll be an imperfection going a few inches.
Yeah.
And a lot of tapes have a lot of modern, not modern tapes, but a lot of 90s tapes.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very common thing, and you know, you still can get a very good grade, but it will affect it from being a 9.8, you know, or 9.6 even.
Definitely.
But
do you have any more questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it
has
rolling.
anyone submitted an adult video?
No.
The question was,
we did have one in the library.
Video. Yeah, we did get one in from.
Yeah, we had a box
somewhere.
of tapes, and there's one cent thing, and we have one in the library that's like a Playboy.
It's Playboy.
It's not like
from the. I think it's like late 80s.
Yeah, I don't think it's like an actual.
No.
Yeah.
I mean,
no one said like
I think it's sealed as well. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Right. Yeah. But no, not yet, and we'll have to.
Good news.
Yeah.
Good news.
Yeah.
What else we got going on?
In terms of the adult videos, would you grade one?
Great question. I knew that question was next.
Yeah, I believe so. As long as it's within reason of. I think so.
Honest, it's
not something I'm looking forward to, but you know,
it's not. I don't know. It depends how you look at it all, and
we're just grading the tape and such.
That's it, and it's not for us really
to judge,
to decide what content is approachable or isn't. Like you send us your tape.
Where's the line? That's the hard thing.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously, you know, at one point we might have to. If there is a line, we'll find out. But for right now, we could say yes, we'd grade it. But
and we will grade anything. So some people, that was actually another question we got this week. Is there, or somebody asked, can I send you my tapes, and then you can tell me if they're worth grading? For us, everything's worth grading. They're from a Simpsons tape from the late 90s to a Star Wars from the early 80s. They are both equally worth grading in our minds.
Yeah, no, we judge the items for the merit of, hey, you know, we assign if it's genuine or not, the grade, and we don't assign value. So it's important that, you know, if you want to submit stuff. Now, yes, if someone asked this before, it's like, hey, did someone submit something with thinking it's 50,000? You know, what happens? And the thing is, we had a situation like that. We did. Luckily, they ended up changing their insurance before we got to them. But the answer is we will reach out to people and try to at least say, hey, we think, you know, hey, you should look at this and this.
Yeah, provide more context to an item. Again, we'll never tell you what it's worth, but we will guide you. We will send you down the path of, if you think it is a 1977 tape that's sealed, but actually what you have is something from 1990. You know, we have a duty to take care of our clients and make sure
we don't want their money. We don't want to take their money and just like, you know, it's good to just be honest and transparent.
Yeah. Transparency is huge with that one. Yeah.
Next question, Brandon.
Will you guys be doing any guides or articles on cassettes and CDs in the future?
Yes. That's exciting, actually.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Someone just made my good list. We have stuff we've been working on in that realm. We're always working for the future, so right now we're spending most time on VHS, but we do spend about 10-20% of time working toward the future. Cassettes and CDs are something, music in total is something I'm very passionate about, and we, you know, being markets that are not, they're markets that are not really there yet. We have a more
infancy.
Exactly. We have a lot of responsibility of putting out knowledge of what type of cases are, or you know, snap cases and Ampex and such. And even with CDs, like there's a lot of stuff about the distributors that help you tell the years and such. And we've had to go down these rabbit holes and learn ourselves about stuff that, while I thought I knew a lot, I realized I didn't. I learned it. You
realize there's so much more to it. But we will provide guides, and they will be like once you see the guides for the VHS and VHS and beta kind of go hand in hand. So once you see those guides, you'll understand the vibe that we want to give off. And we are giving a lot of information, almost everything that we know.
Yeah, nothing's held back. I mean, it's important that anything that we can say for fact, we try to put it out there. Also, when it comes to music, it'll be the same way. And it's really important that, even when we open new verticals, like it doesn't mean we're not working on VHS. It's just we're expanding and making sure that we're able to help more communities. But we're always going to be putting out more VHS articles.
Yeah, it's all going to happen in tandem with each other.
Yeah,
it's never going to be okay. Now we're doing VHS. Okay, now we're doing music.
Yeah,
okay,
we don't forget about what was right before. Yeah. It's all going. It all has its teams on it and such, and we're really excited to bring all that different articles and knowledge to each thing that we're working on.
Yeah. Any others?
How's everyone on the team doing today?
We did. It's a great day.
Well, it's Brandon. How's your day?
It's fantastic. Thank you guys.
Tracy, how's your day, Tracy?
Phenomenal.
Wow.
Recently I just got a new cat. So
Tiger, right?
Tiger is an 18-pound long-haired tabby. He is keeping us awake. He is an old man, but he does not like to sleep at night. So I have a little bit of an understanding of when people have a child and they're up at every 2 hours, and thankfully never gonna have to do that. So just dealing with my cat. So I'm a little bit tired.
I disagree. A little bit. Great.
Yeah.
I'm above ground. Every day above ground's a great day. And
fair enough.
Yeah. Next question. Thank you for that question.
What was the first tape graded by Rewind?
First tape actually was a tape I actually gave to my father. He was the one that I went to garage sales and swap meet as a kid, and I thought it'd be nice to have the first tape. It's a silly tape too. It's this tape coach, and I thought he probably was like whatever about it, but I thought it was, to me it was kind of like, hey, I want to make sure that, this wouldn't be here if I didn't have those experiences of loving to go to the swap meets and garage sales and collecting. So it was really a privilege to be able to give that to him. And I did not finalize that grade, to be clear. No. Because, that's a $10 tape probably, but...
Any other questions, or is that...
That's it. Just Tiger is sleeping, so...
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Legit, though, this cat sleeps during the day, and 4 a.m. comes around, and he is yelling.
I hope you're one of those people that walk by your desk, and there's, like, a camera watching the cat. Like...
Thankfully not.
Is Tiger eating?
Right. We trust him. He just wants to look out the window and be annoying.
I'm thinking of Angela from The Office.
Oh,
No, don't do that.
Yelling out.
I'm an Office fan, so everything relates to The Office one way or another.
Maybe one of these days in stream you'll just hear me yelling about Tiger.
Maybe Tiger will be on the show.
But, hey, he doesn't mind traveling, so he could be in here.
Yeah, no, well,
probably not though.
Yeah, if there's any questions, always feel free to email them in. We're gonna do this every Wednesday. It'll be fun. We'll do like we did today. We'll try to give you some knowledge. We'll do some conversation. We're gonna take Q&A and hopefully have an announcement. Next week. We're gonna try to make it fun for the people that participate and people that miss it. It'll be on YouTube and such. And
and
on
Instagram, you'll see it there.
Yeah, we're gonna bring in some other stuff, and each week we're gonna try to make it fresh. So.
Yeah.
Bear with me with me learning how to play with my hands the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to copy Callum most of the time.
Yeah, you just gotta put your hands somewhere.
Hey, we remembered to wear our shirts.
We did.
I didn't even talk about it before.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned it in the last live stream, and I'm like, okay, well, people are noticing it. And if you notice anything else about this live stream, feel free to leave a comment when it goes live on Instagram. And not live because we're currently live, but you know what I mean.
We changed out the poster. I didn't even notice.
You just gave it away.
I didn't even know. You guys didn't tell me, so I didn't even notice. I just saw it. I was like, we switched out the cassettes too.
Every week, different cassettes.
Yeah, you guys can't even tell.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to pick out one for this week. I think it'd be fun.
Okay, which one?
I'm gonna do Leonard Skinner. Boom.
That will we show. Show the viewers.
I just think it's fun that what's on the wall is. I want to do another one, but Leonard Skinner. Unfortunately, the singer died in a plane crash, and the cover was Flames, and they actually switched the cover.
Wow.
Because of that, and it's called the Flame cover.
Wow.
That's not the album, of course, but random fact, So
there you go.
Yeah, we'll pick off a random one, and if there's any...
You came here for VHS, and we're giving you music.
Oh yeah, you know what? If we push the other library over, we could do random picks from the library.
I like that.
That'd be fun.
Yep.
Yeah. So if there's
we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I'm looking up the library right now, and Yeah, there's like a bunch of copies of like sometimes we get like 10 different variants of one movie.
Yeah.
Or we just get random stuff in of sealed or weird box types.
But yeah,
Columbia control or whatever.
Yeah.
So any which ways, thank you everyone for any last questions. Just making sure we're good.
All good.
Well, thank you guys once again. Have a good week ahead, and
we'll see you next week.
Yeah, take care.
Adios.